All right. All right, we're back. We're back. What does that mean? Clan writing. God dang it. This happens every time. My camera, I guess when I turn off the camera, I accidentally knock it to the side. By the way, you're going to hear my smoke alarm. You're going to hear my smoke alarm. I am black, so you will be hearing my smoke alarm. Honestly, though, I'm really irritated because I can't turn it off. I tried to take it off the wall and unplug it, but as soon as I turned it, all of the lights in this room went out. Castle may be my favorite Spur right now. Thanks for the super chat, Gregory. He's not my favorite. Wemby's my favorite. I don't know. I think it's all the same. He kind of is my favorite. It's wired in the electrical system. Yeah, if I twist it, cause I tried to twist it to take it off the wall, I can't. Everything just shut off. And I was like, oh my god. I hate it so much, dude. I hate it so much. I bought batteries, because it's 2024. I bought it on Amazon, and they'll be here tomorrow. It's not like there's not a Walmart right down the street that I could have got the batteries, replaced the battery. I ordered it. My brain worked like, I can either get it today and not worry about the beep, or I can suffer one more night and get it delivered to me. And my brain said, let's suffer. Thanks for the super chat, Amano. Amano CO. 8 wins, back at 500 again. Oh, we're going to be above 500 soon. I saw your cat in the last video. She is not in this room. That beep scared her. She literally left food. She never does this. She left food there. It's one of those self-dispensers. She left food there. She does not want to eat it. She doesn't want to be in here. She's scared. Nice hoodie. Oh, yeah, I made the hoodie. This is an actual news article. It's so stupid. This is a news article that was that came out in the early 2000s. Kids are glued to a violent Japanese cartoon show. And it's so dumb. Like, it's wild. Like, the person who wrote it said that it's like Dragon Ball Z met Pulp Fiction. Or no, Pokemon met Pulp Fiction. So stupid. What are we talking about? Hold on, let me see if I can find it and bring it up on screen. Dragon Ball Z newspaper article. I don't want to be live super long, guys, because I need to practice my Japanese. I told you that I'm making the plan to move to Japan in, when would that be? Like a year and a half? So no trying. This is like Yoda, okay? There's no try, only do. I'm learning Japanese. Here's the article. It's so stupid. Dragon Ball Z is bringing impalement, strangulation to the after-school crowd. That took me a minute. God. As many as young child already knows, Dragon Ball Z, a violent animated series imported from Japan. Such a weird way of putting that. Is a huge cartoon hit. Clan, 10 things I hate about Keldon. We'll get there. Thanks for the super chat, Thomas. A sort of listen to this. A sort of Pokemon meets Pulp Fiction. This show is much darker than the average kiddie cartoon. What are we talking about? What? And then it says every weekday after, I'm not going to read this whole thing. Every weekday afternoon on Time Warner Inc. Cartoon Network, characters age, die, and get vaporized, suffering far worse fates than Wile E. Coyote ever did. That is just completely a lie. This person has a crazy bias. That's an absolute lie. Tell me you never actually watched Looney Tunes. What are we talking about? There's way more creative ways Wile E. Coyote dies than anybody in this show. So stupid. So stupid. Oh man, just keep the channel going, bro. When you oh no, the channel ain't nothing's gonna change. If anything, the backdrop would be sweeter. Okay, the backdrop would be sweeter. What did I say? Willie Coyote? Wiley Coyote? Did I say it wrong? Wiley? Willie? Oh, Wiley Coyote. Gosh. I hope you guys can't hear that. No. Yeah. It's nice, man. South Park is my GOAT cartoon. That's actually my favorite adult cartoon as well. I hate that it's misinterpreted all the time. That's kind of like the worst type of people interpret that show in the worst way. You know? Oh my goodness, Francisco, what the heck? Dude, thank you. What the heck? Why didn't the little thing go off? $20 super chat. What the heck is going on? Beep, change the back. You can hear it? Oh god. Oh goodness. I was hoping you guys couldn't hear it. I'm sorry. I don't have a battery. I could run to Walmart right now and get it, but I already ordered it on yeah, I already ordered it. So I can't hear it. Someone heard it. There it is. Did you hear that? Can you change the mic sensitivity? Hold on. There we go. I think that changed it. I think it's loud. Yeah, clear as day. Can I put duct tape over it? You think that'll mute it? I'm legitimately thinking about sleeping in the living room tonight. You see the news about what they're doing for our Christmas game against Knicks? No, what are they doing? What are they doing? They trolling, I ain't hearing none. Nah, it's okay. They playing it on Disney. Disney Plus? It's only going to be on Disney Plus. ABC is going to have it regular. Oh wait, Disney owns ABC, right? Disney owns everything. Yeah, they own everything. Look at this. Where's Fox? Oh, here it is. They own everything, dude. They need to do a South Park with Keldon running around town aimlessly, just like he plays defense. Man, I'm gonna have to. Okay, all right, hold on. Just do this, because like I told you guys, I got to get off so I can study some Japanese. So let's dive into all of this. Let's see. So a few things I want to go over. All right, so we'll go over Chris Paul and Coach Mitch for sure. Probably gonna switch Bassie. Probably going to skip Bassie. I'm pretty sure there'll probably be something on Castle, but I don't know. I'd rather hear Chris Paul and Mitch Johnson, honestly. We'll also talk about the game. And there's something else that I thought was pretty cool. And I think I posted it. Where is it? I did post it. Kudos to this fan for sending me this. And then it was also something someone sent me on Blue Sky. Let's see. I don't remember what it was though. Oh, it was this. I think they were saying, I guess they were kind of saying that I should rank the logos. I don't know. This YouTuber, she never watched NBA and she ranked all the logos and she put the Spurs in S tier, which I agree. She put the Spurs and the Pelicans in S tier. I don't remember the third team she put in. I think it was the Timberwolves. Bro, we better without Wemby. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Hey, unironically, it's going to be people that think that for a second, because more than likely what'll happen is Wemby will come back, will look slightly worse at first, and then they'll get better as the game goes on. It's probably what's going to happen with them getting used to playing with one another now. This ain't too bad, man. This ain't great. It's 500 for a reason, but this ain't too bad the last few games, man. Last 6 games, you're 4-2. It's not too bad. Now, you got the Warriors. That's going to be misery. Wait, are the Warriors next? I thought it was someone else that was next. That's a Saturday game? What game was at 2:30? Was that the Christmas game? That must have been the Christmas game. That's 2:30. Okay. If you sell that hoodie, I cop instantly. Yeah, I just made it. I just made it. I need to do that more often. With me trying to save up money, and thank you so once again, thank you for the super chats. What the heck? I'm saving all of that for that future trip, because I got to go to Japan first, and I'm gonna go visit for 2 weeks, right? Get a vibe of everything, go to quite a few spots. I'm not gonna, since I got the intention to move there, I'm not gonna go there and just like shop like crazy or nothing. But get a vibe, and then, you know, in a year after that, about a year after that, that's when I would really want to just bounce. Love the way we responded in the second half. I wonder what Mitch Johnson told them that got them fired up. I don't know. He's been doing a phenomenal job. I think it's time to start praising him a little bit. Okay. Actually, we need to start this. Let's just start this. Hold on. Make sure this is turned down a little bit. People were complaining about the volume. I'll just do 16. That's cool. All right. Okay. Let's talk about this. This was a phenomenal win. Absolute phenomenal win. Now, we were supposed to win. All right. This is one we were supposed to win. I know that a lot of people would have, had the excuse of, oh, we don't have Wemby. We don't have Sohan. We don't have Devin, Now, there's no excuse for lack of effort. Okay. The Spurs started off this game with lack of effort. But by the second quarter, it felt different, right? And one thing that's been way different from the Spurs is that they're going into the second half of games actually starting off hot and making sure they punch their opponents in the mouth. The last 2 games in particular, it's been like that. And you love to see it, okay? You love to see it. Mitch Johnson, I wasn't going to give him a ton of praise because, like I said, this isn't his program. And I also wasn't going to give him a lot of hate because, like I said, this isn't his program. But I will say he has impressed me tremendously. His in-game adjustments, the way that he's communicating with the guys, he's really taken this on where it seems like he's like, this is my team now, which is nice to see, right? Because I talked to you guys about this before, and I don't want to bring down the mood, but I don't necessarily think that Pop will be back. Okay, I mean, if we really think of it even logically, there's some stuff that I heard personally, but you can take that with a grain of salt. Doesn't matter. I think just overall, just logically, it doesn't make sense. After suffering a stroke of all things and how intense these games can get, you're going to be stressed, right? Pop is a winner. You're going to be stressed. So I don't think he'll be back. I would love to see Pop back. I would love to do, if he's healthy and he can go. But on a human level, I'm gonna feel scared every game. I'll be real with you. All right, just doesn't make a lot of sense. But that's true too. That's true too, Mikey. That Mitch has Pop in his ear, and Mitch Johnson has talked about that too. That Pop is in constant communication with them. They're on the same page. At least he said that like a couple weeks ago. So just going to assume that's still the case. But overall, I think he's been doing a great job. I think the Spurs as a whole has been doing a great job. And the most important piece of this whole thing is this man right here. That's a lot of men. This man, Chris Paul. Chris Paul, number 3, CP3. He has been phenomenal. And it's actually exactly what I thought was a lot of these games this season we would have lost last season, and we're only winning it because we have the addition of Chris Paul in everyone's ear, finishing strong, and Harrison Barnes as well, obviously. With that being said, let's get oh man, when we get to Keldon, people are gonna be mad at me, but I'm gonna be real. Let's talk about all the positives, okay, including Keldon. So all the positives. First and foremost, Zach Collins. He wasn't bad. I say this all the time. I feel like he's serviceable. I think that a lot of us are expecting him to be better than what he is. But honestly, he's just serviceable, right? I would love for Zach Collins to hit more threes. That would be great. That's what the expectation was going into the season for him and fans alike, is that he will be more so a stretch big. That has not really been the case, right? I mean, he doesn't take that many threes a game. He's tried to keep it kind of simple. But overall in this game, I thought that he played fairly well. I mean, he had nearly 20 points, 6 for 8 from the free throw line is crazy. 3 turnovers isn't great. He fouled a lot, but overall, I thought he did fine for what Zach Collins is, for what we expect. He was okay. He was okay. Julian Champagnie, 4 for 11, 2 for 7 from 3. Not the best, but he has 6 assists. He has high IQ. People don't talk about that enough. 3 steals, which was very impressive. So he's a good. Obviously he's a good defender. He is the definition of a 3-and-D. I would love to see him finish games more often. It rarely happens. I don't understand it. I was talking to my boy Swish, and he seems to believe that, well, maybe he's not finishing games because he becomes kind of shot happy at the end of games, which I can kind of see it, but I don't know, man. I think that he makes a big enough impact, defensively, that you don't have to really worry about that. I personally have not seen Julian Champagnie just try to take it upon himself, unless the Spurs are force feeding him and telling him, hey, take these shots, right? But yeah, we'll see. Harrison Barnes did a great job. I think actually all of these games with Harrison Barnes, I usually sit back and I'm just like, oh, that's exactly what we expect. Nothing really say here, and I just move on. But I do think that he needs a lot of praise, right? 8 for 13, 4 for 5 from 3. What? 5 for 6 from the free throw line. He had a perfect game. 10 rebounds. He had a perfect game. This is an absolute perfect game. He was huge. He was huge. He was great. He was great. This is a perfect game. This is what we expect out of him. And his defense was okay. He's not. I never said that he was a great defender, but he's a decent team defender, and that's the most important thing down those stretches. As long as you have a Steph Castle on the court, you good to go, baby. You are absolutely good to go. Yeah, Barnes was great. Chris Paul, he's the reason we won. Okay, if anyone deserves the credit, he deserves it. Thanks, man. Thanks for the super chat. He says, told myself would donate if we won after being down. Okay. I'm not forcing you, but thank you. But yeah, Chris Paul, he's the reason we won. I mean, at the end of that game, he just absolutely killed it, dude. He was absolutely phenomenal. I think he hit 2 clutch shots, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. I think it was 2 clutch shots, but most importantly, he was communicating with everyone. He had a crazy great assist to Steph Castle. Castle was clutch as well. Let's see. Control find Chris Paul. All right, let's see what happened. Assist to Zach Collins with 9 minutes on the clock. He stole the ball from Drew Eubanks with 8 minutes on the clock. He had a pull-up jumper with 7 minutes 44 seconds on the clock. Then he had a defensive rebound. Missed a pull-up. Had another defensive rebound. Had an assist to Steph Castle for a dunk with, hold on, how much time was it? 6 minutes and 49 seconds on the clock. With 5 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock, he made an 11-foot 2-point shot. Then he made a 3-pointer with 4 minutes on the clock. I might have undersold him. He had an assist to Steph Castle with 3 minutes on the clock for a layup. He made a pull-up shot with 2 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock. Then had a defensive rebound. He missed a 3-pointer. And then he made 2 free throws with 28 seconds on the clock. And that was game. So he just completely took over the fourth quarter. And he's a huge reason why we won this game. I mean, undoubtedly, he's a huge reason why we won this game. The reason, actually, if you want to give it to one person. So he was great. And, you know, a lot of these games we would have lost last season. So kudos to him. Happy to have him. I'm really hoping that he just ride it out and he doesn't get a trade, right? I know that's been a thing this whole time. Like, people have been talking about how he could end up leaving. I hope he stays. I hope he stays, right? Don't ring chase. Just help us out, please. For the love of God, just help us out. Because at this point, I don't know if there's any team that he could be traded to that he will win a championship this year. I don't know. It seems like it's pretty set in stone. Some of the teams that's more than likely going to win it. Well, maybe not so much in the West. You know, West still pretty open. In the East, it's pretty obvious. It's going to be the Celtics or the Cavs, but probably the Celtics, right? But moving on. Let's see. Castle was phenomenal. He was absolutely phenomenal. His percentages have not been that great, but to show you how good he actually is I haven't seen one fan, and maybe it's because of how young he is, but with having Wembanyama, people have been way more skeptical, way more criticism prone to our players. And Castle has gotten no hate whatsoever. He could have a game where he goes 1 for 20 and everyone comes out of it unanimously saying he had a good game. That's what's crazy about him. So this game, he's 6 for 14, 1 for 3 from 3, which isn't bad. Thanks, man. Clan on KJ, hate his dunk, teeth, yelling, etc. I'll get there. But yeah, 5 for 5 from the free throw line, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. And you know what? Screw all this. He was clutch. All right. That's all that you need to know. He was absolutely clutch. His defense was great. It's not going to show up in the stat sheet. Defense was great. Made some really great reads. Took the right angle on all of his defenders when it came to cutting to the rim. He's incredible. And he's a winner. That's what's most important. He is an absolute winner. It wasn't a fluke. All right? It wasn't a fluke. Him going to UConn and winning that championship is not a fluke. It takes a lot of mental prowess to pull that off. And you can see it. He's awesome. He's awesome. He's a winner. He is the type of player you want in your team when it comes to playoff series. Okay. As far as Keldon, I loved his rebounding in this game. But that's no different. You know, Keldon always brings the utmost effort, so I really liked that. He had one score in particular in the first quarter, I think. Keldon is good. Okay, so Keldon is really good for when you're down, right? And I'm gonna circle back down to that, or back around to that. When the team is down, he's a perfect type of player to bring off the bench, and he's a spark, right? He's a spark plug. So when the Spurs are down, you bring him in. He can give you some easy baskets here or there, and you really like that. He brings the energy in that regard. So overall, I think he did fine. But geez, man, we'll get to the negatives in a minute. Well, it's one negative in particular, 2 negatives in particular that really bothered me. Charles Bassey, he was great. They finished the game with him. He had the highest plus minus on the team with plus 16. Absolutely insane. But he did a great job. He brings a lot of energy. Did you guys see how many blocks he had? I'm starting to be convinced. Like, could he be, I mean, for now, can he be the backup to Wemby? He's a serviceable backup. 6 blocks. 6 blocks. 6. Oh, is that true? Charles Bassey 6 blocks are the most off the bench since 1984. I'm not accustomed to Spurs players at all getting 6 blocks. I mean, you know, obviously Duncan Robinson, outside of that scope, I'm not accustomed to seeing this on the stat sheet unless your name is Wemby. He was great. He was great. He's not the best. Sometimes I look at Bassey and I'm like, oh man, why did you take that shot? But you know what? For the most part, he makes the right reads. Even that pass, because I'm pretty sure that was him, right? He had this pass. He had 1 assist in this game, and it was a pass to Harrison Barnes in the clutch. Let me make sure. And that was huge. It wasn't, you know, a pinpoint pass. He's no Chris Paul or anything, but. Oh wait, am I tripping? I might be tripping. That wasn't him. Who made that assist? Guys, who made that assist? See, this is why we look these things up. See, Barnes. Was that a Chris Paul assist? No, it wasn't a Chris Paul assist, was it? Yeah, Bassey. It was him. It was Bassey. Am I in the wrong quarter? Oh, I'm in the wrong. I think I'm in the wrong quarter. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. There we go. Bassey showed up 15 times on this one. All right, let's see. He got a block. Got a rebound. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. 50 seconds on the clock. Charles Bassey assists to Harrison Barnes. It was ugly, but he got it there. He made the right read. That's the most important part of all of this. He made the right read. Another thing, too, one thing that I noticed, there was a few times Charles Bassey was hanging around that 3-point or behind that arc, right? Behind the 3-point line. I mentioned this before, and someone in the chat was pretty upset for some reason when I mentioned this, but he can shoot threes, which I don't quite understand why he hasn't attempted at all. He can shoot. He can shoot. And he was hanging around that 3-point line a few times, and I was like, oh, okay. All right. But yeah, Bassey can shoot. No, he can't. All right, so this is from 2022-2023 Spurs player reviews. Charles Bassey. Oop, went too far down. In 10 games in Austin, he took 1.6 threes per game and made them at a 37.5% clip. He shot threes at a much lower rate in the NBA. So he just doesn't take that many in the NBA, but he can shoot. Trust, he isn't taking them for a reason, clan. All I'm telling you is he's capable of shooting. He was hanging around the 3-point line. He didn't get the opportunity to, but if the opportunity presented itself and it was the best available shot, I have a hard time believing he wouldn't have took it. Yes, wait and see. Give it, let it simmer a little bit. You know, let him get his minutes in. Let him be effective, and he'll be able to sprinkle in those threes here and there. We'll just have to wait for it, but he can shoot. All right, moving on. Who else were we going to look at? Is there anybody else even worth discussing? Oh, Trey Jones he's always good. I don't think there's much to say here. Nothing really stood out this game. He's just solid. He's always solid. Malachi Branham. So even though Malachi isn't playing the greatest, like he's 1 for 5 right here in this game, 3 points, he's definitely a threat. Like you can tell that he's on the report. That when teams go into games, they are paying attention to him because they are all up on him. And I do like the fact that Chris Paul is constantly attempting to find Malachi Branham. And I like how they're using Malachi too. Honestly, I kind of think the way that they use Malachi is the same way that they should use Keldon, which they use Keldon like this most of the time, but it should be come in, see what you can do for us offensively. Can you be a spark plug? If it's not working that well, all right, take a seat, especially in the fourth. And that's what they've been doing with Malachi. They're making sure that if he's not effective offensively, they don't really see too much utility. But at least with Keldon Johnson, you get utility out of his effort on the boards. So there's that. He does deserve. I'm not saying he should get the same amount of minutes as Malachi. That's insane. No, he should get way more. But yeah. What type of blue is that on the jerseys? It looks so good. Those jerseys look so good, dude. Oh, they look so good. All right. Let me talk about the elephant in the room, or at least the elephant in the room for me. So yeah. This game, I was going to come out of it and I was just going to say, hey, Keldon did a good job. They didn't. Is Mitch Johnson Coach Pop's long-time? I have no idea. I have no idea as far as long-time successor and all that. All I know is right now, in the here and now, Mitch Johnson's doing a good job. And I think he's winning over the players for sure. Okay. All right. With that being said, moving on. The whole game, I just thought he was fine. Like, I was like, okay, Keldon Johnson is serviceable. I wasn't even focused. And this is a good thing, right? Once we hit the fourth quarter, I wasn't even paying attention to Keldon. Nothing really stood out that was terrible. He gave up a 3 down the stretch. But hey, it happens. We're down defenders right now. I would prefer Champagny just being out there, but it is what it is. But hey, we're down some guys. But man, oh man, dude, that last. Okay, earlier I said Keldon oftentimes plays as if, or he's good to play when the Spurs are down by 15. But the problem with Keldon is I think that he plays like the Spurs are down by 15 all of the time. There is no minute that goes by where there's just awareness and that we're already, oh, thanks, Jason. Thank you so much, man. Except for your Japan trip. Thanks. Where it's just awareness and he can come in and just say, hey, we need to go ahead and seal this win. It's always like you're down by 15. He's going 150 miles per hour. You can try to compare him to like a Westbrook, but Westbrook had so much athleticism, so much bounce, just so much talent that he can kind of make up for that mentality back in the day, right? But Keldon, it's like constant, man. And I felt like that was the same thing in this game where, they attempted to steal the ball. He could have just held on to it, let the time run out a little bit more, and yes, steal this win. He went for a dunk. That's fine. It's fine to go for the dunk. But then he just swings on it, acts crazy, and get a tech. An unnecessary tech. The game is it over? Kind of, but you can't do that. You need to act like you've been there before. And I feel like Keldon, with him being our longest tenure Spur, he should act like he's been there before. And it's fine if the Spurs use him sparingly or use him before the fourth, part of the fourth. I just don't think he should finish games. And I think that this was a microcosm of why. It's always something. And you saw Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes get pretty upset and talk to him and get on to him about it. It's just like, what are we doing, man? Act like you've been there before. Steph Castle is 13 years old and he plays like he's been there before. And I know Keldon isn't as talented or whatever, but that's not the point. It's just the mentality, right? Steph Castle, he also had a dunk in a very crucial situation. He didn't act crazy about it. Obviously he was excited, but the game ain't over yet. And I just feel like with Keldon, it's just constant, we're down by 15. We need something. And we don't. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Anthony. He said new batteries for the beeping fire alarm. It is so loud, dude. I'm just glad I got these earphones on. I can't hear it to the full extent. But yeah, you get what I'm saying? Let me talk to the chat, okay? Because I know I'm going to upload this and there's going to be people in the comments like, oh, you're always hating on Keldon. But guys, I don't know what to say. The ending was just so unnecessary. This happens all the time. You know? It happens all the time. And it's easy to overlook it when you're winning, but this type of stuff at the end of the game like that, this will lose you playoff series. This type of stuff will lose you playoff series. There was no point in doing that. Just seal the win. Seal it. Seal the win. Keldon's energy is needed. It's neat. Keldon can't turn it off. Okay, I think that's. I know some people have said. I saw someone in the chat earlier say, "Oh, he just needs to mature." No. It's not Keldon. Keldon is who he is. This isn't going to change. He's always been like this. Obviously, having Chris Paul should help, but this is who he is. You just don't need to finish games with them. That's it. I actually get on to the coaching more than anything. Stop hating on my boy Keldon. Look, you feel that way because we won. But this type of stuff is very crucial in big games. I'm thinking of the big picture here, right? You don't do. It's always a mistake. It's always some silly mistake. He gave up a 3 at the end, which I'm not tripping about it. I'm trying to remember which 3 that was actually. Let me see. I know I'm not crazy. Yeah, I think it was this one with 38 seconds left. The sense about 3. I'm pretty sure that was it. So he gave up that 3, and then a few seconds later gets a technical when it's just unnecessary. Let's just win this game and get out of there. And it's not just me. Chris Paul got onto him. Oh my goodness. You act as if Keldon is the only one that misses or makes mistakes. I didn't say Keldon is the only one that misses or makes mistakes. Missing is not the problem. Keldon can miss some shots. It's the on-court awareness is kind of the biggest issue, honestly. You can miss some shots. Last game, a game in which we won, we had Mitch Johnson yelling at him for taking a 3-2 early in the shot clock. And that's been a continuous thing. But in this game, you have Chris Paul getting onto him for that. No one... Can you at least tell me who's making all these mistakes? Because I'm watching the team, and team defense has been quite great. I'll be honest with you. Like, as a team, I think it's been quite great all the way around. One of the best defenses in the NBA. But it seems like Keldon is always the one that's the odd man out. I think it really just needs to come down to he just shouldn't be in the game at the end of games. And I wouldn't be this critical if he wasn't the oldest Spur we have, right? That's it. Keldon is the longest tenure Spur with the second highest contract on the team. He deserves more criticism than anyone. That was July. If he could just clean up his fourth quarter mistakes, he'd be fine. Oops. His strength is driving to the basket. He takes too many threes in the fourth. I don't even know if he took any 3. In this game in particular, I wasn't mad at his offense. He was just kind of in the background. Defensively, he wasn't that great. It's just, why are we ending games like this, you know? I just felt like everyone on the team acted as if they've been there before. You know? They sealed this win. I just don't think Keldon seals wins. I hope that makes sense when I say that he plays as if we're down by 15 all the time. It's great when we're actually down by 15. But when it's a close game, that's not great. But overall, it's not like he was like the worst player in the world or anything. It's just stuff like that where it's like, dude, what's going on, man? Stop doing that. Stop. It's like always something weird. Clan just hates Keldon. I don't hate Keldon. I don't hate Keldon, guys. Hold on. I don't hate Keldon. Back in the day when I used to critique DeJounte Murray, I can say with confidence I was not the biggest DeJounte Murray fan. Because his personality, he was always like giving subliminal shots to our front office, and he had a lot of drama going on off the court that no one really talked about. I wasn't that crazy about him. But that's not the case with Keldon. I've always liked Keldon. Now I was hoping for some more charitable headlines. It's kind of hard to find all my Keldon Johnson videos like this. Let's see, that was a trade rumor. It was kind of a while ago. Keldon Johnson CP3 number update. Oh yeah, that. I remember that when they were getting ready to trade him. This was, I remember this. This was positive. This was good news. This was good news. This was positive. This was 2 years ago. Dang, look how dark the room was back then. Dude, I'm glad that I brought some light. My goodness. Jeez. It was so dark. I don't know. Anyways, sorry. That's besides the point. Look, overall, I think the Spurs did a great job. And I hope that, I know a lot of people, especially after a win, this is what's going to happen. It's only going to be after a loss where people come in and say, you were right about whatever. But like, I hope that people at least understand what I'm talking about. It has nothing to do with him. Keldon is who he is. This is more of a complaint for the coaching staff at this point. He just shouldn't finish games. He's not a finisher. He's not that type of player, you know? Frosty says, yes, you do make sense, Clan. I don't understand why everyone gives Keldon the benefit of the doubt. He tries too hard even when we are ahead. That's when he needs to slow it down and not lose the game. Yeah, that's all it comes down to, man. The situation awareness is so bad. Yeah, the time where you got to slow down, you got to calm down, he doesn't. It's always like we're down by 15. That last play was a microcosm of the issue, I think. Right? That's a small example, but it's constant. It shows up in so many other different ways too. Why get a tech in that situation? And you're the longest tenure Spur. You've been there before, or you should act like you've been there before. No, Lord knows Castle does. Lord knows Castle does. So I think Keldon should take Richard Jefferson advice and simplify his approach. I mean, the best thing Keldon brings is that energy, and I don't think Keldon, at this point, it's not going to change, okay? I just don't think that's the case. He's been like this since college. Nothing's really going to change. Maybe when he gets older, it'll change. But this is who he is, right? He's not too far off from his prime. This is the player that he is. I don't think he should change who he is. I think it's totally fine. It's just the way that you use him, he just shouldn't finish games. He should only finish games if the Spurs are down, you know, because of the type of player he is. But if you're down by or you're up by 5, down by 5, I do not feel comfortable with him on the court. Should have traded Keldon when his stock was high after the gold medal. We don't know what the market looked like at that point, you know. I really hope Bassey gets more minutes once Wemby is ready. Oh, I think that Bassey is undoubtedly earning his minutes. Keep in mind, he got more minutes than Collins in this game. 6 blocks is huge. All right, we're into this segment. That's all I have to say. Good win. All right. You guys ready for some good news? All right, y'all ready? You ready for some really good news, some really sweet news? You know that my GOAT, our GOAT, all of our GOAT, all of our GOATs, Jeremy Sohan is out. And initially what we heard is that he will be out about 25 games, right? That's what's been making its way around, right, for that type of injury. Sorry, I can't speak today. Which would mean he would have been back like end of December. You know, I was thinking beginning of January. And you can take this with a grain of salt. That's fine. Take it with a grain of salt. Because not saying that this person's lying. I don't think that that's the case. But you know, Sohan can be kind of cheeky at times. So maybe just maybe, he was just being cheeky and saying I'll be back sooner than you think. But shout out to Saint Juan. He posted this, so he ended up seeing Sohan, which is really cool. And he said he told me early December, love the pod. I guess he means the YouTube channel. If this is true, that would be huge. I highly doubt it though. But if this is true, that would actually be pretty cool. Earlier than not. But beginning of December would be kind of insane. I'm going to go ahead, if he actually is on pace to be fully healed by the beginning of December, I'm going to go ahead and make the assumption he'll be back mid-December. Yeah, that's another thing as well. You are right, my friend. You are right. You said the announcer said that he was shooting today. You are right. I was going to bring that up. Here's the footage of our GOAT. With the hitch and all, he is in the practice facility. Lucky for us, the type of game that he has, all right? I mean, his thumb is very important. I'm not going to act like it's not important, right? But the type of game that he has, you know, he could probably manage. He could probably manage, you know, with a little bit of discomfort. But yeah, so you love to see it. So initially, like I said, a lot of people were speculating that it'll be end of December, early January. But from Sohan, at least him telling a fan, which, you know, it depends on if you want to take that with a grain of salt or not. He could very well be back earlier than that. Probably AI. Yeah, it's probably AI. People saying he got the Ice Spice look. I'm pretty sure he had that hair before Ice Spice. No, he didn't. My GOAT back in the gym. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. Make sure I didn't. The hitch. Yeah, he still got the hitch and everything, man. He punk fakes his threes. Yeah, keeps the defender on their toes, you know. By the time he's going up, they're on their way down. You know what I mean? Jeremy So Spice. All right. Anyways, just wanted to give you that information. So we could very well, this is great news. We could very well end up seeing our GOAT back before we thought initially. You heard it. Yep, you heard it here. You heard it here first. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. New arena. I heard about the new arena. I'm gonna have to visit San Antonio. Do we know, chat? Do we know when it'll be done? $4 billion. Whew. Do we know when it'll be finished? It's in planning. Okay, so like no update. Probably 3 years then. Probably in a year or two. A year would be crazy. Huge update of renders today. Demanding me to look this up. I don't look things up. I don't do that. We don't do research around here. That's kind of... Wait. It's going to be right by the needle? I didn't know that. That's actually kind of perfect. What the heck? That's called the needle, right? I'm not from San Antonio. Cleaning your nose piercing is fire. You can see it? Thanks, man. I had it for a while. It is tough. Yes, old arena was there. Ah. All right. That's actually perfect. Dude, that's such a nice area. That's such a nice area, you know? You can have a good time. You can have a really good time. I'm glad they're moving it, dude. Well, at Frostbank, I was about to say AT&T Center. Where it's located was just so ugly, man. I never enjoyed it. I've been to quite a few arenas. I'm lying. I haven't been like to a bunch of them, right? But I've been to like 4 NBA arenas, maybe 3. Hold on, let me think about this. Been to okay, I'm gonna count it. I've been in Memphis, the Pyramid, when they were in the Pyramid. I've been to the FedEx Forum. I've been to the Atlanta Pyramid, and I went, not Pyramid, whatever it's called. And then I've been to, it might be State Farm, and then I've been to AT&T Center. Out of all of those, San Antonio was the worst. By far, it was the worst. The Tower of the America is the official name. Got it. Yeah, weird putting your arena in the hood. It's just boring. It was just like nothing around it. I drove up there. I'm just like, wow, it's like nothing here. This sucks. Where's the parking garage though? Oh man, that's actually a good question. Where the heck is the parking garage? Oh gosh, yeah, where is it? Yeah, you're gonna have to walk. Go to the corner of the pick. This corner? Or the right corner? It's underground? Oh, that's even better. Okay, cool. If it's underground, that's cool. Oh, wait, is it? No, wait, no, that's a street. Is this already here? What the heck is this? That's not already there, is it? That looks really cool. And I mean, you know, there'll be professional architectures. It also looks very dangerous. No right corner. Oh, is that it? Oh, there it is. There it is. Expect to pay like $100. You're probably better off parking somewhere. I have no idea. Parking lot around the Alamo Dome. Oh, okay. That's cool. All right, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, Wemby ain't going nowhere. Don't worry about Wemby. Oh, if you want to know the details, let's see. The project includes new convention space, new convention center hotel. That's going to be $300 a night. New Spurs arena, massive renovations to the Alamo Dome. Yeah, it looks beautiful. A land bridge over 281, which that's what I saw. I was like, wow, that looks dangerous. A new multi-purpose building. And this is... Oh, that's gonna be nice, dude. Especially for concerts. Or like plays. Oh man, what if they host conventions there? Like anime conventions? I mean, I'll be going to Japanese anime conventions at that point. Nah, this is for the nerds. We don't want to see all this. We don't want to see all these details. Oh, there we go. We do have a time. Okay, so Spurs Arena should be done within 1 to 5 years. So, yeah. The Alamo Dome section? 5 to 15 years? What kind of gap is that? 15 plus years. Are you from San Antonio? No, I'm not. This will be completed before GTA 6. I hope GTA 6 isn't pushed back. I'm so ready. I'm so ready for that game. All right, moving on. This is the last segment. All right, and then we got to get out of here. All right. Okay. So I want to hear what Chris Paul has to say. I'll be real with you guys. You seem to not care what our coach Mitch Johnson ever has to say. But I care. So we're going to listen to him. Let's do the authenticity, okay? I like this footage, all right? This is authentic. It's like we're there. We don't need all that professional stuff. All right, let's listen. The importance of Chris Paul down the stretch.
Taking over. What did you see from Chris during that period? I thought he was aggressive.
3-6 Mafia fan? No, I'm not a 3-6. I mean, I liked 3-6 Mafia as a kid, but like, I wouldn't consider myself a fan. I was always DMX was my favorite rapper, and then it was Eminem, and Ludacris. Those were like my top three. Now Eminem is my favorite, but yeah, no, 3-6 Mafia was not. I played them. I listened to them. You know, Project Pat, all that good stuff.
Thought when the game was in the balance, and I thought he.
Lil White was really good.
Saw the moment to kind of take hold of it and take charge, and he did that.
Juicy J. Yep.
What'd you tell your team at halftime, coach, to get him back
Lil Chrome. You guys don't know anything about Lil Chrome.
defensively and
Beep. Yeah, that's my fire. I'm gonna get a battery for it. Okay.
back in sync?
I didn't think we came out with good energy. I didn't like our reactions to some of the things that happened in the first half, the body language.
Bok, bok. Chicken.
Confidence or lack thereof, it felt like we were indecisive. Give Utah credit for that. Obviously, they're well coached and they came out playing with a lot of pace, but I didn't like how we reacted to some mistakes. And it felt like we had some actually better moments than it probably felt like, and we kind of felt like we poked ourselves in the eye a couple times. We had to, get a turnover and dribble off our foot, or we missed a layup, they come down and get a bucket off that. And I thought we did a good job of regrouping in the second half and keeping it together.
What did you think kind of turned it for you guys in the third quarter?
Oh, this is a question that somebody had in the chat. They were like, "What do you think happened in the during halftime?" Let's see. Mike Jones. Guys, you're mentioning people that aren't even from Memphis. Mike Jones isn't from Memphis, is he? Bone Thugs? Not from Memphis. I gotta look this up. I'm pretty sure I'm from Memphis. They're not from Memphis.
At the end of the third quarter, especially.
I think we just kind of stuck to the script, play with a little bit more energy. Felt like we were trying there in the first half to do things when we just needed to play. And
Mike Jones is from Texas. Yeah, and Bone Thugs from Cleveland. Yeah, why are we bringing them up?
And when it wasn't, pass it and just guard. Don't try to stop everything. Don't try to get a 12-point play because we got it in the hole a little bit. Just some of the simple, solid basketball things that we've been talking about.
I feel like Charles sparked something in that stretch too with his defense.
For sure, his energy's been great. I thought that second group definitely, killed in Trey. They had some moments there where you felt that little bit of an uplift, and I think everybody fed off that.
Wait. Hold on, say that again.
You felt that definitely, for sure.
I feel like Charles sparked something in that stretch too with his defense.
For sure,
Charles Bassey sparked something. I'm telling you, he's gonna start getting minutes, legitimate minutes.
His energy's been great. I thought that second group definitely, killed in Trey. They had some moments there where you felt that little bit of an uplift, and I think everybody fed off that.
Heck no. Nah, someone said Mitch looked like Steph Curry's daughter. I'm dead. Did you say that? I think you said that.
Say Charles has earned some more court time even after Victor's back.
Yeah, I think
He said Keldon and Trey. Yeah. No, the question was about Bassey. I'm not crazy here. Hold on. You guys gaslight me?
his energy's been
Charles sparks.
just some of the simple, solid basketball things that we've been talking about.
I feel like Charles sparked something in that.
Do you feel like Charles sparked something in that stretch?
With his defense.
For sure, his energy's been great. I thought that second group definitely, killed in Trey.
Yeah.
They had some moments there where
Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. When the Spurs are down, he's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. He's perfect. Keldon is perfect when the Spurs are down and they need a spark. He's perfect for that. It's just the problem comes when you're constantly playing like we're down. You know, you got to slow down at the end of games.
Felt that little bit of an uplift, and I think everybody fed off that.
Fair to say Charles has earned some more court time even after Victor's back.
Ooh, has he earned minutes? That's a tough question. I don't think he can just answer that.
Yeah, you know, I think there's probably multiple people. We got, you know, a few guys out and a few guys stepping up, so I think hopefully the depth will be something that we're going to hang our hat on.
But you think these two victories tonight against Oklahoma City are two that you can look back on later and really appreciate? I mean, you had odds against you in both of them in different ways.
I think you always want to build upon previous games. Hopefully you take away something even from the losses, but I definitely think we've showed ourselves a little bit and now can hold ourselves accountable to some of the good stuff that we've shown in the last two games for sure.
What are your thoughts on Stephen Harrison's performance tonight?
I thought Harrison was steady. I thought in the first half he was probably the one guy that felt like he was kind of just
Harrison was great.
keeping us afloat when we felt a little out of sorts. And again, he probably, because of Chris's presence, rightfully so, but doesn't always get the attention for being that steady hand, and he's kind of secondary in that veteran role for us. And who's the second one? I'm sorry. Yeah,
Steph
he
Cass?
makes a lot happen, and he's learning through his mistakes and making plays all at the same time, and he's dynamic.
He lit up talking about Castle. What the heck?
8 wins now, Mitch. Last year, the 8th win came on
Where's this video from? Spurs reporter posted it on Twitter.
January 20th. Just, you know, from one year to the next, to this point, the improvement in terms of the wins, you know, coming in that column. Just get your thoughts on that.
Yeah. Thought I didn't have to talk about that one last year, but we knew we were a better team than that last year. We got into a rough patch, and we were a young team. We kind of spiraled, and it's just nice to see the growth. You know, Pop always talks about the process and not skipping steps, and you see, you know, obviously the veteran presence, but these young guys maturing before our eyes a little bit. Hopefully we can continue to keep that momentum going.
Coach, you were 5 for 21 in the first half from three-point territory, and you always say, you know, defense keeps us in games. What turned that around? Did you talk about that at all, that, you know, you got to keep shooting?
Yeah, and we didn't make many more in the second half. I think what we did a good job of was we attacked the paint. I think the last game we had 6 points in the paint in the first half against them, and
Dang.
we shot 46 free throws tonight, which, you know, is a testament to our aggressiveness. I think we kind of flipped the game. I think last game they beat us, they shot a bunch of free throws, so I think that's a testament to our guys being physical and staying with it and kind of.
Blazin', where have you been? Well, Clan, I'm going to subscribe again. It sounds like you want them to win again. Glad to have you back. How long have you been gone? I've been wanting them to win. How long have you been gone, my man? I've said this season I don't care. Like I'm gonna cheer for us to win. The only time I really wanted us to lose was to get Wemby, and that was the one season where everyone was losing their minds. Everybody was losing their minds. They were like, "No, we have to win. It's the mentality. You can't just do it just because you may possibly get." Like, come on. You can't want us to lose. It's not a guarantee if you get Wemby. That's not guaranteed. That really bothered me. I don't know. Last season, I don't know if I said I wanted us to lose. I think I was more okay with losing. I don't think I wanted us to lose. I thought we lost way more games than I thought. I was expecting us not to be that good, though. I thought everyone's expectations was a little too high getting Wemby. But yeah, dude, I haven't wanted us to lose since the Wemby sweepstakes. So you say you left last year. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Trying to impose our will, especially when you're not making shots.
You were being realistic about expectations. Yeah, I wasn't like this season. I said we're going to win 44, and that might be kind of crazy. That might be a crazy expectation, but I'm trying to be realistic here. I was with you the year before we got Wemby. Then yeah, okay, then yeah. Yeah, Blazin', dude. I was right. You should have came back right when we got Wemby. You should have came back and said, okay, you're right. You're right. We should have lost. I see why you wanted us to lose. Of course I wanted us to lose. You kidding me?
So because you're running that motion offense, do you actually tell them, I want you cutting more now?
Yeah, and cut, screen, pass, make the shot. But, you know, we're just trying to keep the integrity of our spacing and create an advantage and play offense, share the ball, not play in a crowd. It's all the same stuff we've been building now for a few years, and I think we're just starting to finally have some of that stuff come together.
All right. Next order of business.
Chris, you've been around long enough to know that after a really good win against a good team, it's important to get the next one after that. Is that something you talk to your teammates about?
Yeah, we just talked about what I said last game as far as consistency. You know, and we beat this team in Utah. They beat us here. So came out flat, wasn't making any shots. And Charles Bassey and Trey Jones, that energy that they brought in the third quarter, along with all those other guys, but that was big for us.
It almost looked like you were directing Steph in real time. You were coaching him in the moment whenever you set that pick and roll for him. Can you kind of take us through that play?
He might not even know what play we're talking about.
I told y'all last time I'll be talking to Steph all game long. You know what I mean? Just because it's crazy for him to be a rookie. I'm so confident when he's on the court. You know, like when the ball is in his hands, I know what he's capable of now.
That's huge, guys. I know I emphasize this a lot. That is huge coming from Chris Paul. Do you know who Chris Paul is? For him to say that he's comfortable when the ball is in Steph Castle's hands is crazy. That's crazy. It's one of the greatest ball handlers of all time. One of the greatest maestros of all time. For him to give that type of praise is insane. I don't know. Good night, Clan. It's good to hear your positivity is back. Looking forward to watching your videos again. Blazin', why were you gone so long? Come on, man. Jeez. By me saying I want the Spurs to lose, I don't even think I was being negative there. I was just saying that we have a chance to get Wembanyama. I don't know.
Being a screener and all that stuff, so.
Good night, good night.
Just telling him what I see. I saw how they was guarding me, and I know his aggression and how he can get to the goal. I just told him to protect himself. He going up there trying to turn sideways and dunk it. I said, just take the layup. Just take the layup.
How did your thumb feel tonight? Was it in the way at all, or?
Nah, I tried not to steal the ball or reach. I don't know if I got any tonight either. Any steals.
No, he's not referring to the Keldon hate. He was referring to me wanting us to lose. He said earlier, I'm glad that, you don't want us to lose anymore. That was back before we got Wemby.
Oh, shoot. I'll take it. I don't know, sometimes once you get out there and you start playing, just takes over, so I'm cool.
I know you probably don't think about this, but you've been in the league a long time, but these last couple games are games that easily could have gotten away. Are they games that you almost feel like you stole in a way or got away with?
Nah, not still.
No, dude. No, there's no still. He said last game that you're supposed to win, right? You should have that mentality that you're gonna win. There was no stealing, get away from us. No, we won this. It's ours. Say it with your chest.
I love close games, into games. I think I get frustrated.
Clan, you got to update these? All right, I'm going to update it right after this.
You know, when we do lose close games, right? Because I know clock management. I know, the plays, the shots that I want to get or anything like that. Defensively, if you watch the best teams in the league, the last 3-4 minutes of the game is a totally different game, right? You got a package that you want to go to. If your defense didn't suck all game long, you sort of lock in, you know what I mean? So that's, I think, what I try to bring to the team.
You guys have done that these last two without Victor, without Devin, without Jeremy. Is that a sign of progress too, that you're figuring it out?
I don't know. In this league, as you see, it's a lot of injuries around the league, games now. You don't know who's going to play on any given night. I think we just all got to, just pay attention to little things because it's going to look a lot different when different guys get out there and we just figure it out.
kudos to the reporters because I have no idea what I would ask Chris Paul. It feels like no question would be a good question for Chris Paul. Like, I don't know.
Got Golden State coming in next. I'm just curious your thoughts on your year there. Did you enjoy it? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was interesting. You know, I think it was dope for me to get a chance to peek behind the curtain, right? I played against them guys so many years when I was with the Clippers, Houston. I've known Steph for forever, since high school. Dre, got to know him really well. Clay, who I talk to pretty often now, you know, I think I got to make some relationships with guys that I would have never probably had I not played on that team. So I'm grateful for that. You know what I mean? So yeah, everybody in the organization was first class too. So grateful.
Do you remember the game you had against the Spurs last year where you kind of stole one from them in the fourth quarter?
No.
No? I bet they do. Yeah.
No. Last year is a blur now. Yeah. No.
Chris, you've been in situations before where you've joined a young team and you've helped them improve immediately. The Spurs did win their 8th game last year to January 20th.
Having Chris is paying dividends already. It really is, bro. It really is. You already see the improvement. I mean, we talked about this before, like before the season even started, that the big thing about having him is these close games. I totally expect the Spurs to win every single time, especially if you end up having Wemby back, healthy Sohan, healthy Vassell. There's no reason to lose any of these games because our defense is that elite, and he's a finisher, right? Him and Steph Castle.
So it appears, it's early, I know, but you appear to be on track. The team has to be doing that same thing with you on board. Just any thoughts on that?
I don't know. You know, I think from day one, just the way we approach things during the summer, the way we compete and practice, everything. We play cards on the plane. If it's Connect Four, if it's ping pong, whatever you do it to win, right? And so it's competitive guys in that locker room, and like I always say, I'm just grateful to be able to teach, help, however I can.
Thanks, Chris. Yep.
And by the way, just to give some praise to Keldon, because, you know, you guys say I don't. I do think Keldon is a winner, okay? I do think that Keldon is a winner. I just think that going 150 miles per hour and playing as if we're behind constantly is an issue. But I just want to throw that out there. Because when Chris Paul said that, you know, everyone's a winner on this team, everyone competes, I do agree with that. Obviously, he's a winner. Obviously, he wants to win. He plays hard. All right. Let's listen to Castle.
Really just playing with more energy. I feel like we came out kind of sluggish. That's how they kind of jumped on us in the first half. So just bringing our energy from our bench, you know, just bringing that to the second half, and, you know, just really trying to fuel us to, you know, cut the lead.
When Chris called for that screen from you, did you know you were going to get a layup out of it?
I thought he just wanted to switch. I mean, he had it going at that point, so I was telling him to go at him. So when he called for me, I thought he was just getting a switch, but I mean, he just manipulates games like that. So I mean, I'm not really surprised with the pass, honestly.
On a play like that, when do you see what he saw? Because he clearly saw that right away, didn't he?
Yeah, I kind of saw it once I got the angle. I mean, once I saw my man kind of release off of me, I kind of knew. Because, I mean, it's something that I won't say that we work on, but we do it a lot, very, very frequently. So, I mean, once I got the angle, I knew I would have been open on it.
I love that he actually answers questions. It's kind of nice. Maybe we should just listen to Castle every single time. Because you can tell that even Wemby is getting a little tired by questions sometimes. You know? But Castle actually, like, answers it. Chris Paul answered to this. Bleh.
I almost feel like Chris can see the future a little bit on the court.
A little bit. I mean, he's been doing it for a while now. Just orchestrating offenses, you know, picking off corners, just doing really everything to, you know, get whatever team he was on the best shot. So, I mean, like I said, I wasn't really surprised by what he did tonight.
This dude's a robot, bro.
quickly did you learn when y'all got in the gym together, like over the summer or early in the fall, whatever? How quickly did you learn that he might be able to see the future? That you got to be ready for anything.
Really, right away.
Yeah.
I mean, when he first came in, I was able to just sit on the sideline.
He does sound like D Rose. That's crazy. We got a coach that sounds like a mixture of Steph Curry and Doc Rivers, and we have a player, upcoming star, that sounds just like Derrick Rose. That's crazy.
And watch, because I was still out with my wrist injury, so I was able to just watch, how he sees the floor, what passes he's looking at, the mismatches that he's going for. So, I mean, I knew his abilities before he came on our team, but it's obviously different to see, in first person.
He's
so mature. If he said that he had a wife and kids, would you guys be shocked? I wouldn't be shocked.
told us he hopes you don't get tired of him just being in your ear talking all the time. You're not gonna get tired.
Cameraman.
No, definitely not.
Cameraman.
I mean, everything he says is valuable. So
there you go.
I mean, him just being another coach on the floor for us, and me especially. I mean, it's only helping me. So.
Did you see the stat that of starting backcourts in NBA history that you have the second biggest age gap between you and Chris?
That's a real thing.
It was De'Aaron Fox and Vince Carter at Sacramento had a slightly bigger one. But
whoa, I didn't know that. Zoom in on the pineapple. I mean, really, he was really intrigued by that. I didn't know that. Did you guys hear that? We have the largest age gap amongst a backcourt between him and Chris Paul. That's crazy. Guess it's not that surprising because Castle is so young and already getting the start.
Does he feel like that much older than you?
I don't know how to answer that.
He looks over you.
You don't think, wow, this is a really old guy playing next to me?
No, I don't see him like that.
It's not like they call him Uncle anymore.
You know, Harrison Barnes, before he got here, had settled in Sacramento, and he told me he was more focused on his efficiency whenever he would get the ball. But early on in his career, he was like the...
Yeah, I guess that's like a crazy rarity, right? Like how old Chris Paul is starting versus how old Castle is starting. That's just super unheard of. We might not see this again. Yeah, we might legitimately not see this again. That just doesn't really happen. First off, a player getting to the age of Chris Paul to continue to play and be a starter in the NBA, and then a rookie coming in to, yeah, we might not see this for a while.
Go-to guy, the scorer, the number one recruit in the country. He seems to be resurging in that sense, you know, like you guys are finding him. And
Parker was young when he started. But as far as a backcourt, I don't know. That's very specific too, you know.
Cutting and he's scoring.
Yeah.
Is that something that you guys have done by design, or are you just happening to find him?
I mean, I feel like that's really just all HB, honestly. His IQ is through the charts. I mean, he knows where to be on the floor, when to cut, you know, where the space is open for him to get an open shot. So just us being able to, you know, touch paint and, you know.
That is who he looks like. Dude has dead stare like 03 Ti. I was thinking this for like weeks. Who does he look like? Yeah. He does look like Ti.
Contract defenses and, you know, be able to kick out to him. I mean, he's a knockdown shooter, so for a guy like that to be that smart, knowing when to cut, offensive rebounding for us, really just doing everything on the court. So, I mean, to answer your question, I mean, it's not really like, it's not like it's designed for him to go out and, you know, have nights like that. But I mean, that's just the kind of player he is. So.
What's it like seeing Joe Bassett just protecting that paint?
I'll show you this.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said it the last time. I mean, it's not like a surprise to us. I mean, we see it all the time in practice. So, you know, I'm just happy he's getting the opportunity to go out and show it against teams. I mean, just the energy that he brought in the second half, I think really helped us, you know, crack into the lead and, you know, eventually take it. So
Charles, do you have that same sense you have with Victor, that there's a safety man back there that can clean up any mistake for you guys?
It's a little different, but I mean, I have a lot of trust in Charles to go clean up some shots for sure.
Stephen, your sense of not shying away from moments down the stretch in close games, that just part of your general makeup? Have you always had that? Does some of that come from playing on the stage you played on last year?
Rose, cars and clothes.
So early in your NBA career.
That's how all my partners roll.
I don't know, honestly. I mean, I've always been super level-headed. You know, not too high, not too low. I mean, I've never shied away from the big moments. So, I mean, I've been in a lot of them at this point in my career. I mean, not a lot of people can say that, but I've been in a lot of close games down the stretch. You know, just learning how to execute, just really stuff like that. So I feel like, I mean, it's kind of cliche for me to say, but the experience that I have in those you know, close game moments have really just boosted my confidence.
Where did you learn that from? Just the ability to move on to the next play and stay even killed. Was that in you, or did you learn?
Well coached and also part of his personality. He's an even keel type of guy.
From someone at an early age?
I would say probably my parents. They kind of instilled it into me at a young age. My dad coached me a little bit when I was young, so you know, not hanging my head on plays, not getting too high when, you know, I'm playing good. I mean, because, you know, anything can happen. Every game is different. So, I mean, and you know, games aren't, you know, decided by one possession. So, just going out there and, you know, just trying to win the game, not focus on one play.
Thanks, sir.
Yep.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Shout out to Spurs Reporter for posting this. And also, guys, just thought I'd bring this up because Spurs play on Saturday, so no need to make this a extra segment. Let's just add it to this one. Some cool stuff that I saw. So let me show you this. I think I might have liked it. Hope I liked it. Here we go. All right, so ESPN's best big threes in the NBA. So you got the top 30 here. And look who's on the list. At number 16, ESPN lists Wemby, Devin Vassell, and Steph Castle as the best big threes in the NBA. Highly disrespectful to Sohan, mind you, because Vassell hasn't played. But we're on the list nonetheless. I guess that's cool. I mean, well, look, everyone was going to be on the list, right? I'm pretty sure they've done every team. I don't think any team had two, but we're right in the middle. So the fact that these three have not really played together at all, but they still gave us right and dead center is pretty cool. Hold on. Is there any more? Or is this behind a paywall? Nah, it's behind a paywall. All right, it's behind a paywall. But, you know, nonetheless, good stuff there. Halliburton not better than them. Keep in mind, which I don't know how they play quite a bit together, haven't they? Halliburton, Siakam, and Mather. Wemby, Vassell, and Castle have not played together that much at all. I mean, Vassell only played like 3 games, right? So it is what it is. Give it some time. Give it some time. The fact that we're in the middle is crazy. Ending segment. Good stuff. I need some water. Oh gosh, give me a sec. Oh, you can see I'm crying. Oh, live stream is hard. Kat will do the next segment. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know where she's at. But that beeping is so loud, dude. I'm literally considering just sleeping in the living room. Live stream is hard. Clan 2024. Yeah. All right. I think that's it. Let me see. Was there anything else? Hey guys, was at the game, had courtside seats, took a vid and pics of Wemby sitting with his dad and I think his grandma. At least that's what they were told. It's pretty cool. Oh, you got another picture. By the way, Wemby's totally fine. He thought that he would play the last game, so. Also, shout out to the chat member the other night that was going to the game, the last game. I'm really sorry that they didn't play. He was really looking forward to seeing Wemby. He was hoping that he would play. What? Oh. Did Jeremy Sohan retweet this for the culture? That would be nice. But Jeremy Sohan doesn't interact with anything I do. At one point, he followed me, and then he stopped. I don't know why. Yeah, he doesn't interact with it. If it's a post that I put up, he's not going to interact with it. This is a good post, though. It's a banger. It's a banger. Are you disappointed Fasel already sitting? Kinda, yeah. I'm hoping he's okay. Do athletes use X Steel, not Blue Sky? Right now, from what I've seen, I haven't seen a lot of posts from athletes. But as far as Blue Sky is concerned, most of the people I've been seeing that moved over to Blue Sky are like older. Let me see. I don't know if I can find any news, but it's been like older celebrities, like much older. Like we have our boy Mark Hamill like coming over. J.R. Martin, is that his name? I think he came over. It's right now. It's just older celebrities. It seems like. Oh, and we had Megan Good come over, and that was weird. That was weird. That was way too much. This is, Les, I'll be honest with you, okay? This is why I don't care for celebrity culture, okay? This was the weirdest post I've ever seen in my life. Like, why do they have to be so strange, man? Let me see if I can show you this. Let me find it. Yeah, look at this. So Gabrielle Union's over there. Oh, I said Megan Good. It's Gabrielle Union. I don't know why I said Megan Good. So she announced that she's moving to Blue Sky. And it's so weird. There are pivotal moments in life when we must declare that enough is enough. And for me, today is that day. Platforms like X were founded on authentic connections, true engagement, and creative expression, all anchored in respect for user privacy and trust. Yet, with the recent and upcoming changes to the terms of service and the return of volatile figures. Okay. The return of volatile. Why does she need a PR person to write this? The return of volatile figures. That's been forever now. Like, that was like the first thing Elon did when he got on Twitter. What do you mean? This isn't anything new. It came back a long time ago. It's just weird. And there's a crossroads facing a direction I can no longer fully support. That's crazy, dude. Just leave. It's okay. Like, I think as a celebrity, it's good to announce, like, oh, where you're going to be at, right? But, like, what would be way more hard-hitting if you just posted, like, wow, this app has a lot of weirdos. Or, like, oh, this app is kind of turning into 4chan. I'm going to Blue Sky now. Just do that. More people will relate to it. More people would move over. Like, just keep it simple. Why would you make a whole letter about how you're leaving? It's so weird. The election clearly benefit. Oh, X clearly benefited the election is what she's trying to say. Well, obviously it did. Then just say that. I don't know. It's just weird. You could say that too. Just keep it short and sweet. Like, wow, man. It's kind of gross how Elon, bought this site just to promote a political candidate. Little anti-democracy, if you ask me. I'm bouncing. You can find me a Blue Sky. That's it. That's it. That's it. It would create more discourse, which is good. Discourse is good. And more people would move over from that. Just keep it real. For real. Yeah, Jake. It's been real. That's it. It's been real. Deuces. Too many weirdos over here. What? This? Who read this? I mean, maybe like a liberal or something. I don't know. Who read this and was like inspired to move on to Blue Sky? If I didn't know what Blue Sky was, I would read this and I wouldn't want to touch it. I would be like, oh, it sounds boring. I don't know her, but it's weird she only leave X and not whole social media. Well, X has been pretty bad, I mean, to be honest. Facebook kind of sucks too. Facebook isn't as bad as X. X has been kind of crazy. Twitter was pretty cool before Elon bought it. Now it's like literally people. Like I've been called the N-word multiple times. And like nothing happens to these people. They can just survive and thrive on the internet. Facebook is way worse. Facebook's pretty bad. I only get on Facebook for like specific groups. X straight up transphobia right now. Yeah, X is terrible, y'all. It's gotten really horrible. TikTok is cool. I like TikTok. Threads is boring. I tried to get on Threads. I tried to enjoy it. I don't like Threads. It's really boring. TikTok is dope. Blue Sky is dope. I don't know what Spill is. What's Spill? Reddit over Twitter. Reddit's cool. Reddit got some weird stuff too, but at least you get banned. Some people, I mean, this is the real truth, okay? Some people just shouldn't be on the internet, all right? That's the truth. Some people legitimately just shouldn't be on the internet. They shouldn't have access to it. They should be banned off of certain things. It's just the truth. Especially people that, go into things without like, cause I saw Mark Cuban post something, I think he posted on Blue Sky where he was like, hey, it's good that we have a space with so many different ideas. And it's like, no, dude, no, it's not. I mean, it's good to have different ideas, obviously. Like this, we're in America, okay? Melting pot. I get all that. That's cool. But the type of people on X, they don't care about like truth. They don't care about they just want to call you the N-word. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. Okay, they're just horrible people. They're miserable. They're pathetic, and that's what they want to do. They just want to spread hate. A lot of people. I'm not talking about, people that just have like some dumb ideas, but they're cool with everybody or whatever. There's people like that. But I'm talking about the people that literally get on the internet. Just they've literally turned X into freaking and 4chan. It is. Somebody laughed when I said 4chan. It is. It's like 4chan, man. It's 4chan. It's terrible. It's a terrible app. Peace out. That's all you got to do. Deuces. I'm out. Not this. Not this. Some celebrities have been cool though. Like they just said, I've seen bluer skies or whatever, or something like that, and then they're gone. Like that's cool. That's cool. I don't know. Most of Twitter is just politics and staying pages of artists. It's just like, I mean, politics aside, it's just a lot of hate, man. Twitter is a lot of hate. I never had to block people before. But now on X, I blocked so many people, dude. And at one point, they want to get rid of the block feature. It's like, what are we doing? It's so stupid. Free speech is not hate speech. Exactly. There's a difference. Like I said, it's all free speech. Doesn't mean you have to like it. No. Some things you just shouldn't be able to post. I'm sorry. If you're actively like creating harm or pushing, you know, misinformation just for the sake of it, it's to an extent where, you know, you're screaming fire in a building, you know, and there's no fire. That's not free speech. You're a detriment to society. You shouldn't be able to just go on the internet and call people the N-word, have the N-word on your thing, push, you know, Nazi propaganda, and then say, oh, that's just free speech. No, actually, screw you. You can have free speech, though. Community notes now exist. Unfortunately, community notes come way too late. Like, it's to a point where you'll have a post and lots of people just believe it. It's been out there. You can get like millions of views on it, and then community notes comes in and corrects it. And that point is just too late. So you can't just be like, well, community notes will fix it. No, it's too late. How about if community notes can come in and say, hey, this person's like blatantly lying, or this person is doxing, and they can just do that, then that post shouldn't be up to begin with. You shouldn't. A lot of X right now, you probably haven't seen. Maybe you just haven't seen it. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, get onto you or anything. I'm sure you're cool, Bean. But a lot of people are getting doxed. Yeah, that's one. You said block the block, but you can't just block when you get doxed. You know, like there's people getting doxed. You can't just block that. You can't just be like, we'll just ignore it and block it. They're literally doxing you. You know? I don't know. X just sucks. Okay. I don't have a problem. I think some people have like problem with social media. I don't have a problem with social media. But I don't like X. YouTube is cool. I think their terms of service is pretty good. I don't know enough about Twitch terms of service, but they're cool, I guess. TikTok is cool. I like TikTok a lot, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea what Spill is. Blue Sky is dope. Instagram's okay too, and Threads is just boring. Threads is just boring. Yeah, but that's the problem, you know. It's like, well, you know, it's just a block button. You know, free speech is free speech. Free speech is free speech until it gets to the point where it's hate speech, and it gets to the point where you're doxing people and you're harassing people. You know, I don't think, you know, I don't think people should be able to get doxed. Malcolm X. You think Malcolm X will like X? Twitch is getting worse. Okay, I don't know anything about Twitch. I heard Kick was kind of weird. Is Kick weird? Do you have a TikTok account? Yeah, I have a TikTok account. I don't post on there though. I just kind of, you know, scroll. I'm a scroller. Hope you know what I'm talking about though. X is, you know, people push that a lot where they're like, oh, you know, just say what you want to say. It's okay, you know. you should be open to ideas, and it's like the ideas of posting where I live, where I work, the freedom of being a horrible person to me. I don't know. Like, what utility is that? Like, what good do we get out of that? There's no good that comes out of it. And then these accounts can just stay up and continuously perpetuate the same nonsense. And it's not like people aren't getting like shadow banned. People get shadow banned when posting like truthful statements. At times they'll get shadow banned, but then when it's something crazy, it's like no, we need to protect these people for some reason. Look, if you never been, wait, is 4chan still a thing, guys? There was also something called Kiwi Farms, and Kiwi Farms was also really awful. That was just a bullying website. Kick is weird for the lack of judgment of horrible streamers who use it. Oh gosh. NBA Twitter as well. I'm never on there. I rarely see NBA Twitter. I see Spurs Twitter. There's a difference. I just hopped on. We talking politics stuff for Spurs? I was just talking about how X sucks. The Golden Corral. What? I don't like the Golden Corral. Rumble is worse than Kick. Rumble, that's what it is. Okay, maybe it wasn't Kick, it was Rumble. Rumble's the one where it's like you can basically just do whatever. It also opens the door for like really horrible behavior, like illegal behavior. Was it Rumble the one where their terms of service was so lenient till it was like girls getting like talked to by PDF files? Was that Rumble? Actually, I don't know if that was Rumble. I might be misremembering. But yeah, if your terms of service is too loose, you invite pretty horrible people that should be shunned. Nah, the WhatsApp stories are where it's at. What the heck is WhatsApp stories? I know what WhatsApp is. What the heck? What's WhatsApp stories? Oh, and then I guess Snapchat counts. Snapchat's okay, I guess. I haven't been on Snapchat in years. It was okay when I was on there. I didn't use much internet unless it's Discord. Discord is good. I don't like how gatekeepy Discord is though, but it's fine. It was a point in time where you can go on the internet and just find a blog for anything, and now it's like, I don't know. It's already hard enough for people to find friends, and I don't know. Yeah, it's fun with friends. I don't use much. Oh wait, we already read that. I'm glad to find you, clan. Made me love Spurs 30 times more. Thanks, Silver. I haven't used Snapchat since I left school. Yeah, I don't know when's the last time I used Snap. Like I said, it might have been a few years, like 2 or 3 years. In ways, the world was a lot better before social media. I think you got to take the good with the bad, you know, the bad with the good. You know what I mean? Social media is pretty awesome. That we can like connect with anybody around the world is pretty awesome. It's just when you have, lack of a better term, idiots, you know, like Elon come in and just make their terms of service incoherent nonsense. Then you kind of invite pretty horrible people, and it becomes a horrible place for a lot of people. But I don't know, you take the bad with the good. I think social media is pretty sweet. Like when MySpace and YouTube came out, early social media was goated. MySpace was so cool. You kids don't know, all right? I'm breaking it down to you, all right? MySpace was amazing. You could create your own MySpace page that had like a custom background. You go to all these different websites and you can add music to it. So when people go on your page, it like plays your song. It's very early 2000. Like, it's awesome. I met my wife on MySpace. MySpace was dope. And then you could, well, I guess you could, can you do this on Facebook? Have your top friends? I think you can. I don't know. But like on MySpace, you can also put in your top friends. And in middle school, there was always drama, y'all. It was always drama with that. A friend is like, why am I 3? I was 1 last week. It was awesome. It was great. Are we not best friends anymore? It was great. It was awesome. Where we learn to code and throw your favorite songs of all time. Yeah, dude, I had that Twisted song, you know, "They're calling me daddy," that song. I had that one playing, and I had like a backdrop that was raining, and it was a city. It was pretty cool. I don't miss that at all. I miss Tom and my Gangsta SpongeBob background. I hated that. I hated that. I think I hated that trend even then. I might have done it once, but I'm pretty sure I hated it. I'm gonna head to bed, Clan. Nice stream. All right, good night. I had bodies hit the floor. Ooh, that's a good one. How old are you, Clan? I guess 28 to 32. I am right in the middle of that. I just turned 30 a month ago. LinkedIn is goated. I'm not on LinkedIn like that. MySpace was cool. I wish it would come back. I don't understand why it can't come back. You guys think people wouldn't? I guess they fell out of love with it. At the time, I never thought Facebook would become as big as it did. I was like, who likes this? Look at this. Oh my God, I'm having nostalgia. Hold on, let me make sure. This might be copyrighted. Hold on. Me changing my MySpace song to let everyone know how I'm feeling. This is what they look like, okay? You could straight up edit everything. You can edit the text. You can edit what you want in the background. You can edit the cruiser. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, and then you put like a description of yourself right there. It was pretty awesome. Climb up there and change that battery. Dude, I get the battery tomorrow. It's coming tomorrow. All these are emo ones. Your Discord still active? Yeah. The emo phase? Yeah. I had a friend in middle school. She was pretty emo. What the heck? I was trying to see if there's any other ones. This is pretty accurate at the time. Yeah, there it is. There's the Bugs Bunny gangster thing. Oh, this is ugly. It's so cool though. You would like, I couldn't wait to go back on your site and change up the background and everything. So cool. Okay, Japanese user. Oh, China. You're from China. I'm happy to have won. What did you post right there? Does that say Kare? Does the first thing say Kare? He? Something? What does that say? That's kanji. What does it say? I need to get off so I can at least study until like 1 a.m. and go to bed. It's Mandarin? I took out the battery of my smoke detector, okay? I took it out and it's still doing it. The only way for me to stop it from doing that is if I take it off. But when I turn it, all of the lights turn off. Like, there's no power in this room when I turn it. So I'm stuck with it. I have to just put a new battery in it tomorrow. I could have sworn that was hold on. Kade. Japanese kanji. And kade means he, right? Yeah. Hold on. Let me look at it again. Yeah. It says kade. Kade is something. I don't know the. No, the last one is fu. I'm not good with pronunciation yet, so don't hit me. I don't know what the middle one says. All right, hold on. I'm gonna copy this. I don't care, guys. I'm proud of myself for recognizing that Cantonese. Guys. Chinese into English. Well, Japanese uses English. Very happy? That's what that means? You're very happy? Does it just look the same? Hey. You learn what you don't know, okay? You have to be aware of what you don't know sometimes. Welcome to the stream. What's your name, Chinese friend? Yeah, we're trying to talk to you. Where did you go? Google don't lie. That was Ling Q I jumped on. I love Japanese culture. Yeah, man. Me too. Loved it since I was a child. No, I don't. What is that? Shoegazer? I never heard of that. In fact, my uncle lives in Okinawa, Japan, with his wife. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. What's the flight between Okinawa and Tokyo? It's a pretty long flight, isn't it? To Tokyo. Because I was looking into Okinawa, but I kind of want to be... Wait, is that by boat? What do you mean? 42 hours. What are we talking about? It's not 42 hours. Okay, it's 3 hours. I was about to say, I was like, 42 hours? What are we talking about? That's by car. But you can't drive there. Can you? About to show my ignorance here. I actually have no idea. You can't drive there. Wait. You can't drive there. There's no way. You can drive there? That's not it. No. I refuse to believe that you can drive. No. Gosh, that would be a lot. You can't drive. You can't drive there. That doesn't make any sense. It says you can, but I don't believe it. It's lying to me. You're moving to Japan? That's the plan. It's going to be a minute, though. You can park your car in a ferry, but it's expensive. Oh. Okay. All right. All right. I stand corrected then. If you were Jesus, you could drive on water. That's what it looks like you have to do. That's what it looks like you have to do. Yes, we have lots of islands. Do you live in Japan? Yeah, I had enough of Elon. I can't run away from Elon. Especially if I still have to use X. I'm not moving off of X until, like, Blue Sky really takes off and I don't have to mess with it no more. So moving cars is possible, but it costs more? Oh, okay. You should join the Marines clan if you really want to move to Japan. I could work for the military. But then at that point, you know, well, I have something in mind that I could do. But as far as actually joining the military, nah. Nah, we don't do that around here. I believe X will be used for Neuralink. Reasons, culture, or cheaper. Oh, reason, culture, or cheaper. Healthcare, that one's a big one. Cheaper, that's a big one. But like I said, I don't want to sit here and just be like, this is the reason, this is the reason, this is the reason. My partner is actually half Japanese, so she has family there as well. I'm going to be visiting, so, you know, that's when I can really give a better, because I already have reasons, but I just feel kind of weird giving you all of the reasons when I haven't at least visited, you know. And it's going to be completely different between being a visitor and actually living there. I have a friend that lives there currently. She's American, and she told me quite a few things like pros and cons. So I think I have a pretty good, healthy expectation, and I just like it. I like the culture. The food seems awesome. I'll just be honest with you. I'm a complete weeb, right? Huge nerd, anime nerd. I just always enjoyed Japanese culture, but the healthcare is way better there. My friend told me that she had to go to the hospital, came out, it was like $20. So they got pretty bad earthquakes. Yeah. The one thing I'll be worried about is tsunamis. I'll be scared of that. But shoot, it's not like it's not like I'm not getting hit with a tornado every few days. You're a weeb? Cool, though. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm a weeb, man. Food is super good and cheap. Okay, Vinny, you've been... I forget, man. I talk to you guys all the time, and I forget who's been there and who hasn't. So, Vinny, you've been there. And Godzilla. Oh, yes, dude. I have to watch out for Godzilla. That's the only... Honestly, all the cons, that's the only con. That's the biggest con right there, is Godzilla. That's the only thing that worries me. But if I can survive through that, everything else is good. Orlando beat the Lakers? Oh, wow. Yes, I visited Kyoto and Osaka. Did you, you didn't go to Tokyo? So, okay, hold on, wait. This is a perfect opportunity. You better still be in here, dude. Kame-chan. You better still be in here, my guy. Where should I visit? I'll be there for 2 weeks. Where should I go? So I already have Kyoto, Osaka on the list. Tokyo on the list. Where should I go? Like good ideas where, you know, I can get a healthy dose. Because I know when you go further, from my understanding, you can correct me if I'm wrong, if you go further north, this is more like the countryside. I want a healthy dose. I don't want to just get the touristy, you know, idea of Japan, because I have no idea where I'll end up living. So, like, what's a healthy dose? Obviously, this is like the tour, right? Like Tokyo, obviously, Osaka, obviously, Kyoto. But if I end up further north, where should I visit? What should I look into? Give me some ideas. Okay. Where is that? I don't know. I gotta make sure. Oh wait, Alamo wouldn't be trolling, because I know some people would be trolling. A while ago. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, now we're talking. That's super north. So, oh, wait. I lost track of what I was looking at. That looks gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie to you. Looks so calming. I ain't trolling, clan. All right, I'm gonna put it down. I'm a countryside type, so anything outside of touristy areas. Okay. If I do that, I have a pretty good idea then, right? Because I'm trying my best not to infantilize. Is that the word? I think that's the word. Where, you know, you're the type where it's just like, oh, and it's gonna be like this, and it's gonna be perfect, and obviously, you know, I don't expect that. I'm just trying to weigh the pros with the cons, and I'm not a huge fan of the direction we're going in right now. In America. All right, I'm putting these down, by the way. Hokkaido. 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 All right. Any other ones? You can travel by train. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm doing. Even when I officially get there, I have no intention of getting a license. I want a bicycle, and I want to use the train. I do need an area with good theaters. Sounds like I need to be in Tokyo. I have no idea what. I haven't even looked that up. I guess I would have to go to a theater that shows foreign films. Obviously, I'm learning Japanese, but it's going to be some time before I can, like, fully comprehend. Oh, Tokyo movie theaters. That's interesting. That's a lot of movie theaters. That's 15? 15 movie theaters? Are we serious? Oh, wait, that looks like a... It says movie theater. It looks like a museum. What the heck? That looks like a museum. This is a theater. Alright, so it looks like Toho is the big honcho. Japan, kind of like how we have Regal here. Okay. I'd say live in the outskirts of a biggish city of theaters. That way you're not too far from the entertainment areas. Well, there's many different directions I can go in as far as actually getting to Japan and working there and having a work visa and all of that. Very few options as a foreigner, one of which I might not have that much control over where I'm at. But if I get in other areas that I've thought about, then that will be perfect. But it's probably a long shot, but we'll have to wait and see. I heard that too, that Tokyo's like super crowded. Japan countryside is dope, but it gets creepy at night. Oh gosh. Tokyo be too big though. I don't know. I don't know if I'd pick there. We'll see. I'm not there yet. First, like I told you, the first step is actually going to visit, right? So I renewed my passport. That should be back, or that should be with me pretty soon. Oh, yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm going there, RQ. Oh, yeah, I do want to watch that. The Sakamoto. I wanted to watch that. Because I was going to read the manga, and then I heard the anime was coming out, and I just waited. I feel like everywhere in Japan is beautiful anyway, so it's always a W. Okay. Alamo, do you speak Japanese? Summer would be humid if you come here then. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. It's going to be dead spank in summer. I mean, that's the time I will be able to go. I mean, I guess I could put it off for maybe August. But, I mean, it's the tail end of the summer. I'll be visiting for 2 weeks. The best person you can ask is your GS family. Why not ask them for advice than us? That's a good point. We Americans. That's a good point. I mean, we already made a list. Her family is near Tokyo. Does your cat travel with you? For this trip, no. For the 2 week trip, no. But as far as like when I actually move there, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get her shots, and they say quarantine, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot. But no, not for the 2 weeks. She'll be okay. I'll just leave her with my family. Japan is so worth the visit. Take every minute of it and soak it in. Everyone says that. I've been to Europe, and that was nice. I take advice from people who legit live in the area over people who visit. That's a good point, too. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. All right, I'm hopping off. Gonna practice some Japanese and go to bed. I appreciate all you guys coming through. I was on here way too long. I can babysit Mikasa-chan. That's so nice of you. I need you, no pressure, okay? If you don't catch it, it's fine. I need you to be on here more often because I like to get as much information from everyone as I possibly can, okay? So I might have some more questions. But I have a list here. Sorry, was checking something. All right, everybody have a good night. Talk to you later. Thanks all, or I think those people are gone now, but thank you so much for the super chats earlier. You nervous to meet our family clan? Don't put stupid hand ninja move clan. Don't put stupid hand ninja move. No, I'm not nervous to meet her family. I mean, her immediate family is here, So, like, I met her immediate family and the family that she's basically close to. The family in Tokyo, she hasn't seen them in a while. so they're more distant. Catch your next game versus Warriors. Yeah, I'll see y'all Saturday night. But yeah, all love. Everybody have a good night. Deuces. Jamata. Hopefully I said that right. Terrible. I know I have an accent. Jamata. That's all I got.